What is up, guys, and welcome back to another Bull Rush episode. I just want to welcome all 179,412 Bull Rush traders. We're not in the regular office until next week. We'll be back in the regular studio. Right now, I'm in my home office. You can see my championship belt here. It's a little blurred out. But shout out Francis Ngannou. That's a Francis Ngannou championship belt back there. Um, like I said, just wanted to welcome all 179,000 of you. We are in 2026. Because I'm not in my regular studio, I got the real streamer set up here. I got my little my headphones here with the mic. Let me know if you can hear me properly. Let me just double check. Yep, you should be able to hear me properly. Um, just give me a few seconds here. Let me do another check. Make sure. What are we named? Bull Rush. Well, give me 1 second here. Oh, yeah, you can hear me. Perfect. Look at that. All right, cool. Just so you know now, we are live in multi orientations now. If you are watching on your phone and you don't want to look at the horizontal or version, you can, or landscape version, however you want to say it, you can also watch us on TikTok or on Instagram or YouTube as well. We have the other orientation. We have portrait mode on there. So you're welcome to follow us in whatever orientation you would like. Man, it is 2026. We're going to have a short show here today. Like I said, I'm not in the actual studio, so I don't want to have you guys have the lower quality for too long. But let's hop right into it. Of course, we're starting off the new year with a brand new deal. And our brand new deal is boom shakalaka. We're doing 50% off all A-Book prop accounts. You heard that right. 50% off with code NY2026. You're going to hop in there. You can take 50% off all accounts anywhere from $5,000 all the way up to $200,000. Now, if you know our regular deals that we're usually run, the biggest deal is for 30% off, and that's only for new customers, people who have never had a prop account with us. This is 50% off for all customers, whether you've had an account with us or you haven't had an account with us before. This is for you. So all you longtime fans in there, Master Terrace, Ford Best, if you're watching, I know it's New Year's, but any of our longtime traders here, make sure you hop in there because that is a deal that you do not want to miss. Again, that is 50% off all of our A-Book accounts, 5K, 10K, 25K, 50K, 100K, and 200K accounts. Now, let's get that shmoney. You know what I mean? If you want those accounts, hop in there. You're saving money, 50% off. I'm not going to harp on this too much longer. How have you guys been? Let me know in the chat what your goals are for 2026. I know I have a lot of goals. I would like to, I'll just share some of my goals as far as trading and financially, where I would like to be at. One of the things that's a big goal of mine is to have profitability every single month on my smaller trades. So as you guys know, if you've been watching the show for a while, I don't really day trade that much anymore. I don't do any trades that are outside of investing. We split up trading and investing. I like to be more of an investor, but for my trades, the trades that I do, I would like to be, closer to 5-10% profit every single month. I would like to have no month with losses this month as far as my trading. And then crypto, my only real goal with crypto, obviously, is don't fall for the dip, don't sell, and then I'd love to own one Bitcoin by the end of this year. If I could own one Bitcoin by the end of this year, I'd be happy. So those are my goals. Let me know what goals you have in the comments. What's up, chapter 1 of 1? If you missed it, we're doing 50% off all of our A-Book prop accounts right now. So use code NY2026. But Chapter, let me know what your 2026 goal is. It could be trading related. It could be, life related. If you're in school, it could be a goal for school. Just let me know what your 2026 goal is, because I'm really curious. Like I said, mine are have every single month profitable this month when we're breaking down my trading monthly, and own one Bitcoin. Now we're going to get into some news here today. I got some, not like I said, it's going to be a shorter show today. I got some news about the, well, just the U.S. dollar's positioning in 2026 at the beginning of this year. We're also going to dive a little bit into the Indian rupee and what's happening there, and why the rupee is drifting weaker this year. And then we're just going to dabble in a little bit of crypto. I'm going to give you guys an update on the end of the year with crypto, where we're at with XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all those good guys, and then also how corporations are shifting the future of Bitcoin, and what corporations are doing right now. At the end of the day, we we can look at a lot of trading influencers. We can look at a lot of people online. What are they doing? What are they doing to get on top with trading, and what are they doing with their assets and investing and stuff? But at the end of the day, one of the things that and this is not financial advice, this is just personally what I look at, is one of the things that I probably take um, the most value in when I look at what people are doing, not what people are telling me, but what people are doing. When I'm watching what people are doing, well, one is what congressmen are doing, because we know they got the secret formula there for trading. But I look at what corporations are doing, what big investment firms, BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street. What are the big guys? What are the big dogs doing? What's Jamie Dimon doing up there in his golden office? You know what I mean? I look at what they're doing, because at the end of the day, yes, they're wrong sometimes. Look at 2008, but at the end of the day, most of the time, that's what's building the S&P. That's what's building these. That is what our economy is built off of. So whatever they're doing, it's probably going to work, even if it doesn't work within the next year. They got a plan for something. They got people way smarter than all of us. So look at what they're doing. Without further ado, though, I'm still waiting for you guys to let me know what your goals are for 2025. See what else we got here. Let's just check out. I already told you guys what's new with BullRush. So we got that 50% off deal. You want to make sure you take advantage of that 50% off deal. But let's hop into the dashboard here and see what's good, what's new with BullRush. So as you know, we always got our daily trivia. So let's just do our daily trivia here together. I'll give you guys a hint. If I get it wrong, it's not going to help you, but you'll see the right answer at the end. But let's just do it for the fun of it. It's the beginning of the year. Let's give you guys a freebie. Remember, this gives you guys, stable coins are under, oh my gosh, stable coins are under increased scrutiny because of high inflation, price volatility. They're linked to the currency and banking system and mining inefficiencies. I would say they're linked to fiat currencies. And that's correct. So anybody watching this, you guys got a little freebie here on the daily trivia. So stablecoins are under increased scrutiny primarily because of their link to fiat currencies and the banking system. Correct. And if anybody, you're like, why? What does that mean? Well, for example, USDC or Tether directly linked to USD, the US dollar. A lot of these coins, stable coins, are usually directly linked with real currency. So obviously, if the dollar gets hyper inflated, all other cryptos will naturally rise in price, correct? Not stable coins. Stable coins are directly linked to the value of the dollar, so they're going to stay the same. So, your one, let's see, USDC, you have one USDC equals $1. That one USDC is never going to equal less than $1. It could. When you look at the ledgers, it moves by a few half penny percentages sometimes, depending on the volume that you have. But in general, it's not going to move too far away from $1 to one USD coin or one tether or whatever your stable coin is. Again, like I said, if there's hyperinflation, we're going to see, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, even if their value intrinsically hasn't changed because it's, tied to crypto, just like housing prices, for example. If super hyperinflation happens, housing prices are going to go up, not because the value of them is actually going up, just because the value of the dollar is going down. So same thing with the crypto. Value of the crypto is going to go up, not because there's more value there, but just because the value of the dollar is going down compared to the crypto. So we're going to see a giant spike in prices. So that is a little explanation of your trivia right there. Let's see what new comps we got going on here at the beginning of the year. Of course, today we have my favorite competition going on. It's going to be starting at 5 p.m. today, and that is our crypto weekend competition. The crypto weekend competition. Yes, as you know, it's free to enter, completely free 99. And there's 137 people in there already, and one person is going to win a $5,000 funded account. That's a $5,000 funded account, costs $0 to you, only a little bit of time, and it's crypto. We know the volatility in crypto, so you could make some really big profits. Let's check out what Chapter's New Year goal is here. So our goal is to get funded soon enough. I breached my 25K account about a week ago. Sorry. Anybody knows Bobby Shmurda? About a week ago. So 25K about a week ago. Some silly mistakes cost me the account. 3. Oh, you mean you busted it on level 3? Or 3 weeks ago? Well, Chapter, hit me up, DM me. Let me know if you meant 3 weeks ago or you busted on level 3. I believe if you hit level 3 and you got any sort of profit at all, you could have requested a payout. Remember, you can get a payout starting on level 3. So if you hit level 3, you get 2% profits. Request that payout, because whether you bust the account or you make it on to 10% profit and get A booked in our level 4, you can get profit. So congratulations, Chapter. That's a huge. If you made it to level 3, you made it to the funding level, which is a huge accomplishment. So congratulations. Let's give it up. And even if you made it to level 2, that's still a huge accomplishment. A lot of people, that just shows your knowledge and that you're not one of these guys that's just going to fail out at the beginning. Applause for Chapter. Congratulations, Chapter. Make sure, this is a great time for you right here. I think if you make it to level 2 or 3, depending on if you made it to level 2 or 3, at level 3, you do get a discount if you bust your account to buy another account. Don't worry about that discount, though, because we got 50% off, and I don't think that discount is 50% off. I think it's like 30% off or something. So make sure you use that code NY2026, and you're going to get 50% off your next account to try again, because, Chapter, if you got that close, I'm sure you can get even closer again. And, Chapter, I'll tell you one thing. If you don't want to, you're a little wary, you don't want to just burn money, I would say take advantage of the deal right now and just buy it and sit on it. Don't trade on it yet. And maybe go in here and join one of our trading competitions, practice in one of the free trading competitions, or one of my personal favorites, because you can make money, and who doesn't like to make money on it, is these challenges. Hop in here and just spend, instead of spending, I think it's 45 for the 5K account, but you said you had a 25K account, so that's probably going to be a little bit more. But instead of paying $20 or $30, however much it'll be with the 50% off, go in here, spend a $5, and just test it out. And if you win, guess what? You're gonna win $14. Hop in here, take the $5 one, maybe take the promo credit. If you got some promo credits in the system, take the promo credit challenge. And if you win, you can win a whole credit, a dollar. You know what I mean? So for literally zero, you can win a dollar. Just work your way up. Again, people are like, dude, that's a dollar. What am I gonna do? The dollar's not that much. Well, it adds up, and for free, I mean, you can't beat it. What are you saying over here, chapter? I was hasty trying to get funded before year end. I'm chill now. I'll definitely try again. Yeah, I love these BullRush challenges. Great. So you already know what the amazing thing is. Like I said, there's stuff, if you want to just spend a little bit of money to have, a reward, a real cash reward, hop in here, do these basic ones. If you want to do it for free, I totally understand. Listen, man, you don't know how many. I probably spent a year on those demo accounts before I ever touched a real account, and I wish I had access to these BullRush challenges, because I would have much rather than just, playing around on a demo account, not knowing what I'm doing, and not making any money. I'd rather just spend like $5 here, a dollar there, a couple dollars here, just to have something to risk, just something to risk, and then potentially win something. Because like I said, I've seen, and Chapter knows this, there's been plenty of people who have gone through those challenges, and done a $5 one, then went to a $10 and $25, and Calabrito. If you look at our, it's got to be closer to 2 years now, or maybe like a year and a half ago. Calabrito, I interviewed him, and I think he made like $2,500 from original $5 one. But keep trying, Chapter. Like I said, you have, I think, 30 days. After 30 days, if you're inactive, your account is automatically deactivated. But if your account is deactivated because of inactivity, just email our support and they will bring it back. They'll revive it, because guess what? We're not going to just take your account away just because you're not trading. Anything might happen, life events, whatever. So if your account does get shut down because of inactivity, specifically inactivity, guys, email support@bullrush.com or DM one of our social medias. We'll get your account back. And like I said, the only other way to lose a funded account is to hit drawdown. There's no BS rules, no news trading, no, oh, you broke this thing. Oh, you clicked refresh too many times. All these stupid stupid BS rules that all these other prop firms are coming out with. You're not going to run into them. The only way you can lose your account is to hit drawdown. Again, you might lose it if you're inactive for more than 30 days, but just shoot our customer service an email, and we'll get your account back. That's just because we pay per account for how long they're active. So shoot customer service an email if your account got shut down because of that. If anything else, you just hit drawdown. Chapter, you're a great guy. And yeah, use that code for a new account. All right, what are we doing now? Okay, crypto weekend is what we just talked about. We got the profit sprint starting next week. That's a great competition. I think it's starting next week. Let me see. January 4th. Oh, starting next week. That's only $4.99 to enter. And if you don't know how that works, it's the first person to hit 10% profit the fastest. The fastest. Now, if we go to last week's here, I think it's still on. I think it ends today. Yes, it ends today, just about 8 hours. So we go in here. I bet you it's not. Yep, only 3 people left. And let's see if any of them even have 10%. Okay, so 2 people have 10%. So there's still one more prize you can win. No matter how fast you get to 10%, as long as you get to 10%, you could win a $5 basic 2-to-1 challenge. Now, if you get to 10% faster than an hour and 14 minutes, like my boy Goringo here, who's trading gold mostly, you're going to win that $10,000 A-Book prop account. That's $10,000 A-Book prop account if you just get to 10% profit in less than 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 58 seconds. Super, super exciting competition to be in. Make sure you hop in there. Yes, you still got 8 hours and 10 minutes to get to 10% in faster than 1 hour and 14 minutes. If you hit 10% in longer than 1 hour and 14 minutes, you're still going to win that $5 basic 2-to-1 challenge. Sorry. And then last but not least here, of course, we got our daily competitions. Two of them are going to be $1.99, but the one on January 6th is going to be completely free to enter. And then we have our weekly competition. Again, all of these competitions, you're going to win prop accounts. So again, if you're like Chapter over there and, you either you just failed busted your prop account like Chapter, which is part of the process, or you just don't feel confident and you want to practice your strategy a little bit more, these are a great way to hop in for pretty much free, or $1.99 or $4.99, depending on how much risk you want to take and how much bacon you want to take home, or haram bacon, how much cheddar you want to take home, how much of that green, that moolah, you want to take home at the end of the day. You can just choose by how much you want to risk here. And of course, like I said, the challenges are one of the, almost said funnest, but one of the most fun areas you can go to uh, build up that bankroll. We got double ups, which are, if you're a real G, if you're a real legend in the game here, only the real legends know about this. But once you hit that legend status of trading, you can hop in here and do the double up challenges. Now, if you want to put money in here and you want to make money here, right? I have another code for you, which is right here. Use code BRLive, and you're going to get a $100 or 100% deposit bonus. So if you put in $50, we're going to put $100 into your account, and you can hop in and do any of these double ups or any of these regular challenges. So BR Live, if you want to just put cash in the system to do these challenges or to do one of these trading competitions. I also believe we have a tournament coming up here. Let me see. The Battle of the Bulls. This is completely free to enter as well. We got a nice prize pool. We got a $10,000 prop account for first place, a $5,000 prop account for second and third place. So $20,000 worth of funding going out for absolutely free to enter. Make sure you hop in. We got a good amount of participants here. And this is going to start in 10 days. So on the 12th of January at 5 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you take advantage of all that goodness. So how are we feeling? Let's see what else we got here. Oh, we got someone else. We got Chapter. Yep, you said I love BullRush challenges. And then we got my boy M. Langkirian. M. Langkirian, good evening, good morning. Where are you at, M. Lang? Because you said good evening. Is it evening time? We are in, I'm at my home. So I'll say an undisclosed location in South Florida, because we're not in the office. The office is in Boca Raton, Florida. So my home, we're in an undisclosed location in South Florida. Where are you, M. Lang? I'd love to hear where you're from. And also, you missed it. I asked everybody this morning, what are your New Year's goals? So I told everybody mine is to not have to have every month of my trading green. So not to have a single red month, overall month. I can have red days, but overall monthly, I want to have every single month green this year, and I want to own 1 Bitcoin by the end of the year. Chapter's goal was, Broward County. Okay, so you narrowed it down. I am in Broward County. If Kodak, yes, I am in Broward County. So that's funny. If you're in Broward County, shout out Broward County. Pompano baby. Where are you from? I'm in Tanzania, or in other words, I'm in Nairobi time zone. Super cool. Tanzania is on my bucket list to actually visit. I've always wanted to go to Tanzania. I love I love that area. There's a lot of wildlife there. So yeah, really cool. Tanzania, Nairobi. I'd be cool there, but you sounds like you're in Tanzania, but Nairobi time zone. So shout out. Let me know what your trading just goals are for 2026. It could be anything from trading. It could be I need a girlfriend. It could be I want to find a wife, whatever. I want a new car, or like me, I want to own a Bitcoin. What my Broward baby here say? Me too, bro. Fort Lauderdale. All right, bro. I'll tell you. I'm actually in Pompano, Pompano Deerfield. I'll say that Pompano Deerfield area. Love this area. You can't really find me, but Pompano. I love it. South Florida is amazing. Anybody who's watching, come down to South Florida. I'm in love with South Florida. But shout out to you. What's your name? Can you see me? Can you see me? Bro, can you see me? I get it. Zoboy? I don't know. Can you see me? I like it though. Shout out to South Florida. And then what's up, Gendes? I'm not even gonna try your name, but hi. Again, all you guys, let me know what your goals are, bro. I need to know what your goals are. I told you my goals. I'm just curious what everybody's goals are. Remember, we got 50% off all funded accounts using code NY2026. A-Book prop accounts, the only prop account that fully A-Books people at level 4. Remember, at level 4, you get A-Booked, and the only way you can lose your account is to hit drawdown. We don't have any of those BS rules, no news trading, arbitrage, any of this other stupid stuff that all these other prop firms are gonna deny your payouts with. We got the capital, we got the funds, man, baby. We'll pay you. So only way you can lose your account is hitting drawdown. Let's get into some of the news while I wait for y'all to tell me your goals. Actually, let's play a quick ad. It's going to be a 32-second ad from our sponsor, and we will be right back.
Imagine trading crypto, Forex, commodities, and more with the best prop firm in the game. No denied payouts, no BS rules, just fast funding and hassle-free withdrawals. Trade with freedom, get paid on time, and finally focus on what matters, winning. Ready to get funded? BullRush is more than a platform. It's your stage to trade, compete, and get funded like never before. Get ready to unleash your potential. Get ready for BullRush. Visit bullrush.com today. Are you in?
See that? You'd be doing this money spread. If you bought one of these prop accounts, you get funded, you could be doing the money spread like that. Anyways, that's my South Florida money spread right there. Well, let's get right into the news before I get too off track here and I get too crazy and start blabbing about random stuff. I want to get into the news. So let's talk about the US dollar. So the US dollar is kicking off 2026 under pressure after posting its largest annual decline in 8 years, falling nearly 9.4% in 2025 as traders continue to unwind long dollar positions built during the prior tightening cycle. The weakness is being driven by narrowing interest rate differentials as market price in potential Federal Reserve rate cuts later this year. Alongside growing fiscal concerns and softer U.S. growth expectations. Major counterparts like the euro and British pound finished 2025 strong and continue to attract inflows, while the Japanese yen has struggled to capitalize despite 2 Bank of Japan rate hikes, underscoring how relative policy clarity makes clarity. Oh my gosh. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. While the Japanese yen has struggled to capitalize despite 2 Bank of Japan rate hikes, underscoring how relative policy clarity matters more than headline moves. From a trading perspective, the dollar's soft start keeps pressure on the DXY, with rallies likely viewed as selling opportunities until clearer catalysts emerge, including upcoming U.S. data and decisions around the next Fed chair. So long, Jerome. Yeah, that's crazy. That's another thing. Put it in the chat. Who do you think the next Fed chair will be? I'm very curious about that. There's a lot of there's a lot of speculations about who the next chair will be, but some of the front runners are Kevin Hassett, who is a Trump loyalist. Everybody knows he is Trump's key economic advisor, and he's probably one of the top contenders right now with the current administration. Next up, we got Kevin Warsh, who is a Fed critic. He's reemerged in recent weeks as another potential pick, and he served as the Fed's governor from 2006 and 2011. He also is on the board of UPS and had been considered for the Fed chair during Trump's first term. He briefly overtook Hassett in prediction markets this month before falling back to second place. I think he's another big one. I would like him to be in there. I think he's a good pick. Next is Christopher Waller. He's a Fed insider, current Fed governor, and he recently met with Trump for an interview, boosting his chances for the job in prediction market 2020, and has recently stressed that the Fed has room to lower interest rates even further. And those are our top three. So we got Christopher Waller, Kevin Warsh, and Kevin Hassett as the top three. Let's put we got some predictions here. Let's see. Oh, well, my goal, I'm sorry, I forgot about your goal. Let's go over your goal first. So goal number 1 for 2026 is to pass at least 2 six-figure prop firm challenges. That's a great goal, because at minimum 6 figures, I mean, you're going to be at 200K, but maybe you'll pass 100K one first, and then you'll pass like a 200K one or something like that. That would be really cool. 2 six-figure prop firm challenges, and then keep them. That's the goal, M. Lang. Don't forget, that's the goal. Because it's one thing to pass a challenge, it's the other one to get a payout with them. So if you're not with BullRush Prop, I just urge you to do your due diligence, do your research, and make sure that you're actually going to get a payout. And also make sure that they don't have any of those BS rules, like you can't news trade, you can't arbitrage, you can't do any of these other EAs. The prop firms will throw in a lot of rules. So make sure that you're actually going to get a payout. But that is a great goal for 2026. And yours is Kevin Hassett, because Donald Trump likes him and they have similar goals. Yes, I think Kevin Hassett would be probably the top choice. I mean, like I said, him and Trump are bros, they're BFFs. So I think if it's completely up to Trump, I think it would be Kevin Hassett. I think Kevin Warsh. I'm kind of right in the middle between Kevin Warsh and Kevin Hassett. I think Kevin Warsh would probably be a little bit of a better pick. But yeah, I just saw here that Trump told the Wall Street Journal, I think the two Kevins are great. Such a Trump response. I like, that's a funny one. And yeah, brother, very true. Yes, very, very true. Look, at the end of the day, with the whole prop firm thing and all this other stuff, I just want to say one thing. It doesn't matter. I want you guys to be funded. I want you guys to make money, and I want you guys to be successful. Okay, whether you go to BullRush where you know you're going to get a payout, but that doesn't mean that there's other prop firms aren't good. There's a lot of, I could start naming other prop firms, and if you really want, DM me at BullRush Davin, and we can talk about it, and I'll give you an honest review of them. But whatever prop firm you go to, just do research on the prop firm and then do research on the CEO, right? There's tons of prop firms out there. There's one in London that we saw. I'm not going to name the name, but there's one in London, and one of the other my other colleagues was like, "Oh, look up the CEO," and I looked up the CEO. He had 5. This was his 5th prop firm. All the other 4 prop firms went under for not paying people out, or they ran out of money, so they had to they paid everybody out, but then they had to just cancel everybody's account because they ran out of money. And it's I'm just looking at it, I'm like, this guy has a booth in this place in London, and a bunch of people are coming up to him, and they're probably like, oh, this is a really great genuine guy. And after London, he freaking flies back to Dubai, hides from all authority, and it's like, you just look at it and you're like, dude, get the if your prop firm hasn't worked on the 5th one or after the 4th one, you think the 5th one's gonna work? It's just like, guys, do your due diligence, do your research, right? There's a lot of scammers out there. There's a lot of people that really don't care about you. And that's what sucks. There's a lot of prop firms out there that they just don't care. They don't care if you lose money. They don't care if you're profitable. And then, let's say you get a $10,000 payout, and they're like, "Oh shit! Like we didn't have enough sales this week. That $10,000 payout is going to bring us into the negative." So they're like, "You know what? What did M Lang do? Oh, well, he traded 2 times but within this time frame, which is blah blah blah." And then they go and change their terms and conditions. Then boom, now you don't have a payout. And that's just one thing I hate. And I hope that the bull rush, us doing a booking and us having our rules where there's essentially no rule that you can break that'll make you lose your account except for hitting drawdown. I hope that makes a positive change in the prop industry. And I hope that, more people are able to trade with more firms, and they're not getting stomped out with just bullshit rules. And that's the biggest thing that I just want to stress here is, whether you go with us, you go with somebody else, do your research, make sure they're doing payouts, and do your research on the CEO, or the people that started it, right? If you see that the people that started it were with 15 other firms, or even 3, 4 other firms, like the gentleman I saw in London, don't just don't, like, even if it looks legit, if they've had that many firms in the past, there's some sketchy shit. Excuse my language. There's some sketchy stuff going on. I promise you. So just do your research. Make sure you're with just with crypto. I say don't, if you really want to make sure you make money and you don't lose all your money, invest in the big four. Look at the big four. Look at the big prop firms out there that are really doing good work, and then look up whatever prop firm scam and see what it is. A lot of times you'll see a lot of reviews on scams, and it's just some haters, some people that maybe did hit drawdown, and they're just like, this firm sucks, blah 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 blah, and they really just got, they're just putting hate out there because they're angry that they lost their account. But if you look and it's like, a bunch of fake reviews, and then it's a bunch of, it's just, you'll know. Just do your due diligence and you will know. Let me know if you want me to talk smack on other prop firms, but we're going to get back into the news here. If you guys have any comments, I see we got more people in here. Let me know what your guys' New Year's goals are. I want to hear the best New Year's goals. We've got getting 2 6-figure funded accounts. We have, what did my boy, he just wants to get funded again. Chapter said he just wanted to get funded again. We got my Broward County homie over here from, Fort Lauderdale. And then we just got a buddy that said hi. So let me hear your 2026 goals. I'm going to get back into the news. So we just talked about the US dollar getting back on its foot. We talked about the new Fed leader. Could be the 2 Kevins, Kevin Hassett or Kevin Warsh, and also could be Christopher Waller. I don't know. Christopher Waller just looks like he'd go in there and stir some stuff up. So I don't know how I feel about him. I didn't do a lot of research on him. I'm just going off name and look, and I know a little bit about Kevin Warsh, and I think I kind of like what he's doing. So let's hop back into the next show. So we're going to India, one of my favorite countries. Talk about bucket list places. I want to go to Tanzania. I'd love to go to India one day. New Delhi. I'd love to try some mango lassi over there. If we got any homies from India watching, I'd love to go to India and Tanzania. But let's talk about your guys' money. So in emerging markets, the Indian rupee drifted weaker toward the year end as sporadic corporate demand for US dollar filtered through private banks, pushing USD INR higher within the established rising channels. Traders describe the move as largely flow-driven rather than macro-led, with no major economic catalyst behind the selling. A classic year-end liquidity dynamic. Typically, USD INR continues to show upside pressure, with markets eyeing resistance in the 90-10 to 90-80 zone, where prior advances have slowed. As long as the pair holds above near-term support, momentum favors further tests higher, though traders remain alert for potential RBI smoothing or shifts in flows as new year positioning begins. Yeah, I don't have much about that, but let's look for those resistance zones at 910 to 980. We got a few minutes left here. I got a couple crypto news articles to talk about. Oh, whoops. I just messed something up on my computer screen. You guys still seeing, hear me? All right. Cool beans. So, very true, very true. Let's get right into it. Don't forget, before I keep going here, we got our New Year's deal here. 50% off all prop accounts using code NY2026. 50% off. Doesn't matter if you've had a prop account with us before or you've never had a prop account with us before. 50% off for you, 2026. Get your money right. Get your money up, not your funny up, is what they say, right? That's what the kids say. So don't make sure you take advantage of that. So let's get right into some crypto stuff. All right. So let's get into some crypto stuff. I'll show this on the stage so we can just look at the price while I talk about it. Here you go. So, crypto markets came under pressure into year end as trading volumes dried up, with the total crypto market cap slipping roughly 2.76% amid typical holiday liquidity conditions. As of December 30th, Bitcoin was trading near $87,300, while Ethereum hovered around 2,950, both struggling to attract follow through buying as risk appetite faded. Altcoins saw heavier pressure with names like BNB, XRP, and Solana down as much as 8%, reflecting how thinner order books tend to amplify downside moves. From a trading perspective, this kind of price action is less about conviction selling and more about liquidity driven volatility, where even modest sell orders can push price sharply lower. Traders generally treat these conditions with caution, favoring range traders and quick scalps rather than directional bets until volume returns in the new year. Yeah, totally agree. I mean, we see a little bit for the 1 day. We see everything kind of looks pretty all right for just today. Of course, USDC, what I was explaining to you before, this will never change. You will lose value as inflation increases, but you will not lose value as the prices of crypto go down as a whole. So the USDC is not tied to any value of crypto. Bitcoin could go all the way down to $1 and USDC will still be $1. But inflation could increase by 20, 30, 40, 50%. This will still be $1, but Bitcoin, let's just say inflation is 100%, right? So $1 is now equal to pretty much 50 cents, right? Well, one Bitcoin, even if the value or the price or the sentiment around Bitcoin has not changed at all, this will be like around 160, $180,000 or whatever, right? Because it'll just essentially double. Um, let's get into the other stuff that I was about to say. Whoops. All right. At the same time, a longer term structural shift is taking shape beneath the surface as more corporations begin treating Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana as treasury assets in 2025 rather than purely speculative investments. This trend signals growing institutional confidence in crypto as a balance sheet diversifier, similar to how companies historically allocated to gold or foreign currencies from a market structure standpoint. Treasury accumulation tends to reduce circulating supply and strengthen long-term support zones, even when short-term price action remains volatile. As we head into the 2020, as we head into the 2026, where was I? As we head into 2026, traders are increasingly watching corporate balance sheet activity as a key demand driver. One, one that may help absorb sell pressure during market pullbacks and contribute to more resilient price floors across major cryptocurrency assets. And that was our crypto rundown. Like I said, it's going to be a shorter show today. So I got pretty much everything I needed to say out of the way. Like I said earlier, we are the only verifiable A-book prop firm that puts people A booked in level 4. So do your research. If anybody else says that they're A booked, they may be. Just ask them, who is your liquidity provider? If they can't tell you who their liquidity provider is, if their answer is anything but my liquidity, our liquidity is provided by X, like our liquidity is provided by Torex, right? Torex is our liquidity provider. They're I'm not gonna say they're lying, but I wouldn't trust how I wouldn't say that they're verifiable, like we say we're verifiable. There's really is no reason why they wouldn't be able to tell you who their liquidity provider is. So if they say, oh, it's secret or it's against our terms and conditions or something like that, calling cap. I'm saying they're capping, they're not telling the truth. So make sure you use code NY2026 to get 50% off all prop accounts. Make sure that you use code BRLive for a 100% deposit bonus. And I had a great time. I loved seeing all of your New Year's resolutions and goals. If anybody else wants to throw in a goal here last minute, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see what you guys are talking about. Um, but yeah, like I said, I don't have much else for you guys here today. I just wanted to hop in here and wish everybody a happy new year, where we have lots of amazing things planned for BullRush. And there he is, my boy, Master Terrace Ford Best. I was wondering when I was gonna see you in here. You got me worried there. You're in every single week, but we got him here. Wow, wow, wow. Happy New Year, BullRush family, and hi, bro, Dobbin. One thing I wanted to tell you guys, while he's here, and I always like to give my brother a little shout out, is he has remove this. He's he's the knight in shining armor in our Discord. So I want to have. Oh, I see Mr. Lang here in our Discord as well. Thank you for the Happy New Year. But let me share my screen here for a sec. There you go. Sorry, let me get rid of this banner here. Sorry. Got a lot going on here. So if you hop in our Discord, obviously see our announcement here of the so look, Mr. Lang even is giving a little bit of insights here, but look at this guy, Master Chairs Ford Best. Look at this gem of BullRush, this diamond of BullRush here, giving these very nice technical fundamental analysis every single day. So if you want that, hop in here. If you want to hear about payouts, hop in our payouts channel, and you're going to see all of our payouts here. You can post them as well. Remember, you can download your payouts. Of course, we got our social announcements. We got sports news. So if you want to go in here and see all of your latest sports news, football, both football's American and the rest of the world's football. We got our trading bot in here. So you can hop in here, ask for heat maps of different things. Really cool stuff. Little trading charts and all different kinds of analytical things that you can ask from our trading bot. We also have our news. So we got our crypto news. We got this stuff coming in here every second. Look, this was just from since yesterday. We got Forex. Oop, didn't mean to add somebody. We got our Forex news channel. I mean, again, just the amount of information you get here is mind-boggling. So make sure you hop in there. If you click on the link in the bio of any of our social media channels, you will see the link to join our Discord. So make sure you hop into the Discord and join there. I arrived in time, a privilege to return with more energy, a sea of blessings for you, hi bro, and to everyone. I remain bullish on crypto. Yes, Master Chairs for Best. I'm glad you said that. I was saying that to everybody else. I am extremely bullish on crypto as well. As you can see here, well, you can't see. I'm not going to show you my account, but if anybody knows, this is not financial advice, but my big ones, my big kahunas that I'm investing in is, and I feel that if you do this, I'm not saying this is what's going to happen, but this is what I feel. if I do this, I'll say if I do this, I will have some sort of profit no matter what price happens in the next few months. Investing in Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Solana. The only ones I invest in. So Solana, XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin. I do have a little bit and obviously some other ones. Of course, I got a little punt a little bit into Dogecoin. I got to punt a little bit into Cardano. But the solid ones, the only ones that I actually invest in and I have confidence in. If my family members ask me to, I mean, if my family members, if somebody that I know they don't have, they're not very risk on. I tell them just go Bitcoin, Ethereum. But if they want to do a little bit more risk but still be solid in the next few years, I think Solana and XRP are some really, really good ones. A lot of people, a lot of my friends come up to me because they know I'm big on XRP, and they're like, "Oh my God, Davin, XRP, it's $1.90. Like, if I buy it in a year from now or 2 years from now, is it going to be at $50? Is it going to be at $100?" No, no. I would almost bet against that it's going to be at $50 to $100 in the next few years, or even 5 years or something. But I do feel it could be at $5, $10, $15. I think those are conservative predictions where it could get up to 5, 10. Especially if we see those Bitcoin prices of 200K, I think XRP has no issue getting to 5, 10, $15. One more quick question from Mr. Lang here. Also, quick question. I would love to work both part-time or full-time remote job for BullRush. If there's anything I could help for 2026, that's my last goal. Text yellow goal. I don't know what that's probably an emoji. Mr. Lang, glad you said that. The best way to get in contact, the best way to work for BullRush or get a job with BullRush is two things. One, send your resume to marketing@bullrush.com. I'm going to send the email right here. When you send that email to, have a job in mind, right? So if you want to be a community moderator, send a resume and a cover letter based around that. If you want to be a graphic designer, video editor, I mean, I'll tell you two things that we need and I need somebody for is graphic designers and video editors are probably two of the biggest things that we would kind of, do part-time, full-time, remote job. Like I could work something out with you. So if you're a graphic designer or video editor, hit me up, DM us, and send an email to that email that I just put into the chat. The other way, a really great way of working for us is to be an affiliate and just to kill it as being an affiliate. There's been a few affiliates that have ended up working for us by just killing it in the affiliate area. So those are the two ways. Become an affiliate and just kill it being an affiliate, and then email us with a specific job that you think you'd be good at. And then one last thing, my statistics for the first quarter: central banks and investors will sell metals, the capital will be injected into crypto ecosystem, and the investors will seek their assets from JP Morgan. Correct. And you're welcome, Mr. Lang. On this last note, before I go, I agree with this mostly. I think that we'll see all metals kind of retrace a little bit. I think silver, though, will have a huge pump even through 2026, just because that is a utility that's not just going up because of investor sentiment. It's going up because of real world use. So I think silver will still crush it on the charts if you're just longing silver as far as like upside. Other than that, yeah, I totally agree with that prediction. All right, guys, I've had a great time. I have to go. Remember, use code BR2026 for 50% off. Guys, we are in 2026. How bonkers is that? It's so crazy. I feel like 2025 ended just a few weeks ago and we are already back to 2026, but I'm glad. We're going to kill it. We're going to have an amazing year. All of you guys are going to make tons and tons of money, and I'm so excited about it. Everybody's going to hit their goals. Chapter, you're going to get funded. Mr. Lang, you're going to get over, you said 6 figures. Mr. Lang, you're getting 7 figures in 2026. 10x those goals. You're getting 7 figures, and I believe in it, and everybody's going to crush their goals. Shout out to my Broward family if you're still in the chat. I've had a great time, and I hope you had a great time. NY 2026 for 50% off, and I will see you next Friday at 8:30 in the morning Eastern time. Have a wonderful weekend.